Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversations. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Hello, hello, hello. I have a question for you. Have you ever felt completely lost? You know, seeking purposeful direction that could and should propel your mission within your divine journey to that next level, but still it hasn't happened. Well, my name is Lauren Michaels Harris, and I'm the founder of P3, the Journey Series. People come to me because they're wounded, many are scared, and even there are those who are bruised simply because they feel that they are increasingly, for whatever reason, losing their ability to dream. Now, this P3 program is not for a person who's just looking to start a business, no, but rather for those of you out there who have been on your journey and you've been navigating within your divine purpose, but you still desire to elevate to that level that you have not reached yet. If this is appealing, if this describes you, then I want to have a chat with you. I want to hear your story. So use the link below to get registered for your free seat at P3, the Journey Series. And let's get started, one story at a time. I'll see you inside. Click the link. Okay, I'm kidding, but not by far, not by much. Oh, good morning. Oh, see, this is why I'm so glad I have you all in my life. Because you help me show up when everything in me says, okay. I got up at like 1:30 a.m. I could not sleep. I'm one of those people when something is moving around in my mind and I'm unsettled, I cannot sleep soundly. I just cannot. And that was the case last night. That's the reason I remember when I got married. My husband and I, we made a promise. We created a covenant between the two of us where we said we will never, ever, never, never, under no circumstance will we go to bed upset with each other. Because the way you go out has a lot to do with the way you come in. Can I get an amen? Okay, so remember that. When you leave if you go to work or something and you leave there, and you step in a pile of boo-boo on the way, wipe your feet or take your shoes off before you track it into your house when you go back into where you lay your head. So you don't kick the dog, so you don't, growl at your significant other if you're with someone, or you don't punch a hole in the wall if you're by yourself. And that way too, when you go to sleep, you're like, and you wake up, you are refreshed, revived, replenished, and renewed. Can I get an amen? One more, just one more. There we go. All right. That's the bell of purpose. I'm going to ring it throughout the broadcast like I've been doing for the last 8 years. Can you believe it? Can you believe that this Friday, when we close the show this Friday, it'll be the last show live for 2024, and it will be the end of our 8th full year. The universe, God, Jiminy Cricket, I don't care, whatever you ascribe to, I am grateful to it right now. Because 8 years ago, when I started doing this show on my telephone, in the driveway, not knowing a thing, it had none of this, didn't have a microphone, didn't have anything, but I knew I needed a better way to start my day off better than the way I was doing. And boy, who knew, right? So anyway, welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Dr. Lauren, and great show for you today. We're all the way across the pond, as they put it, today to meet with a nice young lady that I made acquaintance with not long ago. Her name is Elsa Stefany. She was on Agata Oki, Mama from the Moon. We had a TV special a few weeks back, and it was all about, what was the title of it? Trump. Wait, I can tell you. Let me go back in the book. It was called, wait a minute. What was it? Has it been that long? It was on November 16th. It was a month ago. Oh my God, Beyond Victimhood. It seems like it was just yesterday. Wonderful one. If you haven't seen it, head over to my YouTube channel and you'll find it there under Lives. Great show. Wonderful panelists. And today's guest was one of those panelists. Her name is Elsa Stefany. And I'm going to get her in here so we can talk about all these things she does. But I'll give you a little clue. She's a hypnotherapist and an intuitive healer. She says that she creates profound and rapid transformations by shattering subconscious beliefs. Now, some might say, subconscious beliefs. Are those limiting beliefs? Are they one and the same? Well, I have a feeling they could be, but not necessarily. Why don't we get Elsa in here and find out for ourselves? Here she comes. She's on her way down the hallway now. Put some hearts on the screen, won't you, please? It's our way of virtually saying welcome and rolling out the red carpet because our guest is on her way in. Here she comes, Elsa Stefany. Good morning, Elsa. How are you?
Hello, Lauren. Thank you so much for having me again here in this beautiful studio. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much and nice to see you. Thank you.
Nice to see you too. Where are you in the world?
Ireland. I'm just in Ireland, and it's about
Ireland.
2:10. Yeah, so it's a daytime. So
Do you
it's
know any leprechauns?
didn't met yet.
Do you believe in leprechauns?
I don't believe in leprechauns, but I really believe in spirit.
You do. Oh, so okay, wait a minute. I speak some Ireland. Oh, give me Lucky Charms. How about this? Give me gold and I'll leave you alone.
Oh yeah.
They're magically delicious. Made for a woman. Wait, strong enough for a man, but made for a woman. Irish Spring. That's the extent of it. That's all the Irish I speak. So, do you? Okay, wait a minute. One more. I do know an Irish song. When Irish eyes are smiling. Do you know that one?
I actually don't know, Lauren.
When Irish eyes are smiling. Okay, never mind. Okay,
Orange. Okay, okay.
so aren't you supposed to have red hair?
It's reddish orange, something like that.
Are there?
Yeah.
But there are a lot of redheads in Ireland, huh?
Yes. You're right.
Wow, I
Yes.
love little red headed children. They're so cute.
They are actually so cute. It's like a strawberry, blonde strawberry kind of. Yeah. It's a beautiful color.
It
Yeah.
really is. And little boys who have red hair just look like they could just tear up everything if they wanted to. You
Oh,
know. So, do you live anywhere near Dublin?
no, I'm actually living in Cork. I'm based in Cork myself, but originally I'm coming myself from Latvia. So I've been living in Ireland for last 15 years. So this is my home now. This is my place where I live and creating my life and my family.
Where were you born, Elsa?
I was born in Latvia. I was born in 86. I was actually born in Soviet Union. So that's long time ago.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You
Um,
look great.
yeah, thank you.
Uh-huh. So look, here's a little thing I like to do before we get started. I'm going to run out and leave you here. You're going to have the stage up to a minute. I just like the guest to have a chance to just speak to the audience based on what's on your heart today. You know, what's on your spirit today. And that way I can come back and we can pick that up and that'll give us something to start with. How's that sound?
Sure, of course.
Okay, take the time you need. I'll be back in. All you, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you. So, thank you. So, everyone who is watching. And yes, I'm here now, and I'd love to share my experience with my own transformation when I was a little girl, and how I picked it up the wrong subconscious beliefs about life and about things, um, about those things. And basically, those beliefs were really on my way for so many years and holding me back from success, holding me back from stepping out in my own power. So basically, yeah, when I was a little girl, I I used to dance. I used to be very, very creative, and I was great singer, and just a creative soul. But what happened?
Okay.
I was in a car accident myself, and basically, I have to stop doing everything for a couple of months. And then when I came out from the hospital, so everything kind of stopped, and I was really afraid to go back, and because there was people already moving forward in the classes and dance classes. So, and yeah, that really kind of put me down. And creativity was really my passion. So, uh, but yeah, I lost that passion, and then it's just I've been put down at school because maths wasn't a great thing for me. I couldn't understand, so it was obviously probably I have some slight of little bit dyslexia myself, because some things is just very, very hard sits in my mind. But the things that I'm very interested, it's always comes with ease and flow to me. And yeah, so basically when I lost that creative part in me, and teachers were very, very hard on me, and so yeah, it's kind of really put me down. I felt small, and I kind of lost myself really kind of as a child, as an identity, as a personality. So yeah, it was very tough time, but at the time I didn't know what was going on. Of course, you just live as you go. And yeah, and it was time I just because we all come to the planet, so basically our mind is rewired to have connection and avoid any rejection. So obviously things were happening, and so
Yeah.
I need to be significant in some way. So the
Okay.
creative, all those things was kind of behind, and I was afraid to go back there because I was pretty shy child as well at the time, and yeah, so it's kind of took my
What?
my identity away.
I get it. Wow. Okay. Well, that's what we needed. Your origin story and a little bit about how you got here. And so let's start, if we could, with the intuitive healer piece.
Okay.
Okay, intuitive, intuition, gut feeling. You know what I'm saying? So, in your opinion, is an intuitive healer synonymous with, say, like energy healer, Reiki healer? Are they the same? Are they similar? Are they cousins, or are they identical twins?
That's a very good question. So for me, um, as a healer, I always had very strong intuition. I always had very strong connection with nature and animals, and I always had that feeling that I know when I see the people, I know what's going on. It's just the feeling, knowing. So I don't know how it's for others who are studying that, but I always had that. I was born with that. And basically when my brother passed away 10 years ago, so I went to medium, and that's where really my journey started to unfold and open it. Okay, so I was trying to look for connection with my brother who passed away, and I went to medium, and he was able to give me all those messages. He was able to tell me who I am. Then I understood, oh, that's why I have those all intuition feel, because sometimes when I see people, when I meet people, I start to feel overwhelmed. I start to feel anxiety, and
Mm.
I couldn't understand what was going on all those years. But now I understand. I feel them energy. So
So,
that shit happened 10 years ago.
so what did the okay? So you go to let's go to that day. I'm sure it stands out. So you
Of
went
course,
to the medium looking for one thing, and you came away with more than you bargained for, right?
yes,
So I'm assuming, did you get some messages from your brother?
absolutely,
Okay,
everything.
so you got that. And then she says, oh, and by the way,
And by the way, my brother was passing all those messages: who I am, what's my purpose, why I'm here on the earth, what I need to do for other people. And then my eyes it's basically like glasses being taken away from me. I was like,
well, let
oh,
me ask you. So when you and your brother were close, clearly you were close.
yes, we
So
grow
you
up.
knew how it sounded to converse with him, right? So you go to the medium. Did it sound like he was there talking to you? Could you tell? Yep, that's my brother. Sounds just like him. So, what did he tell you about yourself that he found out on the other side and then whispered to you on this side? What did he tell you? How did it come through? What were the words? How did he describe these gifts?
So basically, when I walked
Well,
in,
first of all, I got to correct you because
yeah,
anything that is of the spirit is never basic.
yes, it's actually magic. Anyway,
Yes, not
yeah,
basic at all. Okay, now
yeah.
that we got that, see, that's why the bell is here. Okay, go ahead. Tell us the whole story about the medium and this. I'm going to dip out because I want to listen. Go ahead.
So it was really, really amazing, magical day for me, because I walked in, and before even I sat down, he said, your brother is here, he is there, and he's so happy that you are here. And then of course there was so much evidences of the stories when we grew up together, the things that only me and my brother knew. So
Okay,
he
wait. So he said, oh, your brother's here. Did you already tell him that I'd like to talk to my brother?
no,
So you just walked in. You didn't say my brother passed away, nothing. And he goes, your brother's here.
yes.
Okay, well, that'll get your attention.
Yes.
Go on.
Yes, and then he was able to describe all childhood together, some childhood memories, and some things that only myself and himself know. So, and then it's just my heart open, and obviously my energy became more open because I started to trust the person. Okay, and yes, and then I think the more open you are, the more information he could deliver to you, the medium. So as I'm working myself now with people, the more people are open, the more messages you get from spirit and from the higher beings. And yes, so it was just I burst, of course, in tears
Yeah,
because
of course.
just overwhelming and loving, and
What
it's
did he say? Did he tell you anything about where he was? About, oh, I'm fine. I'm doing great. Don't worry. I got a great little condo over by the Golden River or whatever. What did he tell you? Anything you remember?
yes, because my brother's passing wasn't really great because he was only 33 and it was very sudden passing, and I was thinking always, oh my God, he's what's going on there, you know? And I was thinking maybe I heard something, and I was thinking maybe there's something and he's upset. But the first thing he said he's so happy. He's still playing his guitar, and which is he used to love guitar, okay. And he said he's so happy where he is now. You don't have to worry, because when spirit passes, like, but as we are in the human body, we feel those emotions like fear, anxiety, and all those. But once your soul is over from this world, right? Once it's not anymore in the body, there is only pure love and peace.
Oh,
so just
how
explain.
encouraging that is.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. So he tells you he's doing okay. And then how did he bring in the subject? I learned some things about you, sis. How did he? Okay, tell us how that went down. How'd that sound to you?
First of it, he said, I absolutely love your partner. And when my partner, of course, they knew each other, and they were in some way they were similar. They both are tall and nice looking guys. And he said, I really like your partner. And that really made me feel so great, because it was just confirmation. And then, yeah, it's just the medium was able to describe how my brother looked, how was his life, and of course some things that happened in life. So yes, I had really fully trust in that, because there is no way he could make up those things.
So explain, how did he explain to you what you did not even know about yourself? What did he say? You've got this gift.
Oh yeah. So he also said, no, you are playing small. You are playing really small. There is so many gifts that you, yeah. And yeah, you're playing small, and there's so many gifts that you need to unfold. There is a bigger purpose for you in this life. So, and actually, as the conversation went on with the medium, he became my mentor. So immediately, straight away, I signed it up for the workshop, and basically it was like retreat.
I know that's right. He gonna tell me a bunch of stuff like that. What else you got? Got any? I'll buy it all. Got any pies for sale back there? Cook me up one of those. Right.
Yeah.
So, but let me ask you this part. I'm pouring coffee. How on a scale of 1 to 10, Elsa, when you went to this medium, how much did you really believe in it?
I have to say 11.
And how did you meet this particular medium?
Through my friend, because she used to go to him, and she said, Elsa, he's amazing. Like in Cork, everyone knows him, right? And she just said, you just have to go, because I was grieving, and it was just the feeling of lost, and you just want to know, because I heard stories about him, how you get messages from those people who passed away, and then people are saying there is so much peace when you actually hear that they are okay, that they are well. And so it's just, I really wanted to know that he's okay.
Okay, so you left the mediums, even though you decide, okay, I'll see you at the workshop. Bye. Now you walk out and you go home.
Yeah.
So when you left your house that day to go, you were one person. Then you got all this news and you went back in that same door, a different person. Yes. Right? How did it feel when you were completely alone in your home and you started thinking about what he had said about your playing small? What did you see start to change or transform as you accepted the news and said, I mean, how did you get here? You heard the news. Okay, so it's not like you can just go in your underwear drawer and pull out let me put this on. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm a transformational. I can do this and I can do that. No. You know, how did it begin where you were like, oh,
Yeah.
explain that if you could.
So basically, yeah, magically, we say magically. So yes, things. I started to see more vivid dreams. I started to see more kind of things, and then I was more aware of the spiritual signs like robins and feathers and messages around, and even just picking up maybe random book when you're in the shop. You just open it and read it, and there is message.
So okay. So there it is. You were open to receiving, so you were seeking, which
Yes.
ties into the promise that if we seek, we will find. So your brother helped you to open yourself up to the possibilities. And then once you did, you started seeing. Did you feel, because you said intuitive, did suddenly things that you had no name for, did they start to feel or make sense suddenly?
Not straight away. Not straight away. It took time. It took a long time actually because I was doing mediumship myself for a couple of years. Actually, it was that medium where I went, so I did a course, and yes, it's that connection with spirit doesn't happen in one day. It happens
No.
very slowly because if you will get those gifts straight away, if you will start to hear those messages and see those images and feel it, it would be very, very overwhelming. So it happens very, very gradually. But I was really aware from that day that yes, things are, something is shifting around. My intuition is getting stronger. It was overwhelming at the time. I was grieving myself through so many things myself because there as I mentioned it in the previous program, I had the loss of my own child, and there was so much grief, and I was on antidepressants at the time. And the biggest takeaway from that day, my brother said, you don't need those antidepressants, you just really have to come off them. And that was a day when I decided, okay, I was searching, I was reading myself how to come off the antidepressants. And actually 3 months I came absolutely off them and all the sleeping tablets, and I was able to do it on my own. But I don't recommend that to do to anyone. That was my decision. I took responsibility for my action, and that was the best thing that happened to me.
So as you started to embrace, okay, what was the biggest difference in your everyday life for you as a person? Did you find that you were calmer, or perhaps you had a greater expression of grace for other people? Maybe it was easier for you to forgive. Um, Maybe you were a better listener. What change did you see come over you? What or changes?
Okay, so the changes were happening pretty slowly. Changes wasn't happening. It was very challenging time for me. I was actually confused. I didn't know what to do now because okay, I have to come off the antidepressants. I have to step out, and I have to. There is gifts that I only have, and I understood. Yes, I have them, but then I was like, how will I do it? How will I do it? So that's what my mentor stepped in and helped me with those things. So but the best thing that really started to happen, it was kind of started to be like an inner peace and peace. And I started to trust, and I started to understand that life is not happening to you, life is happening for you.
Do you ever, like when you meet people who are where you used to be with their divine gifts? I see it all the time. I see it all the time. Sometimes people come to me and they think they're coming here for one thing, and in the midst of that one thing, something else happens, and I'll get a download and I'll just throw it out there because I have no filter when it comes to downloads. Because I try to get it to where it was intended as quickly as possible before the human in me wants to change it at all. You know how that is, right? And sometimes you just see it's like you realize they had no clue. So when you see that look of come over someone's face when you tell them about their gifts. What I'm getting at is, do you believe that some people are afraid of these gifts because they don't understand them? And if so, let's talk about that. If a person is, oh, I was raised a Catholic or a Protestant or whatever, some religion that, oh, that's the devil. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't want this. Leave me alone. What is your recommendation to them about where to go, how to proceed moving forward with this opportunity?
Okay, so it's all about more or less in belief system, you see. So it's depending on every single person. I help and I work with people who seeking for my help. I would never go and force my help, because those people, first of it, they won't be appreciated, and second of it, they are not ready to receive any help. A person needs to be really ready. And of course, as I said, there is people who would say this is completely no, or crap or something like that, but that's okay. It's the
Crap.
belief. Yeah.
That's an Irish word. No, Scottish. If it isn't Scottish, it's crap. Okay. Saturday Night Live. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
No, not at all. And yeah, it's I think it's the most beautiful thing, actually, when you start to understand who you are, why you are here, and what's your purpose. Because we all come to the earth, okay, and we are, before we come to earth, we actually know our gifts. We know why we're gonna go down to earth and what we're gonna discover here and those things. But when we are born as little kids, this memory is taken away from us. So we are born, we are little children in mom's arms. We are growing up, we are living our life, and we've been guided divinely from the higher beings, from the higher source or universe, whatever people want to call it. We've been guided to do those gifts, to unfold those gifts while you are here, to leave some legacy behind you. And you see, that's the power then comes in. It's not that we are becoming someone or something. We are actually remembering why we came here and what we are doing on the earth.
Absolutely.
And my brother was helping me to remember why I am here.
That's exactly right. I believe in that too. That's a lot of people think that term means, oh, do you remember? Oh, yeah. Remember when we went to Disneyland that time and you drank all those pina coladas and got sick on the Tilt-A-Whirl? That's remembering. But there's also remembering, which is like this. It's like this. Seriously, this is how Spirit showed it to me years ago when they were bringing in the remembering. They said, Lauren, it's just like one of these, a highlighter. Everybody has lost the cap before to a highlighter, and then you come back to the table or wherever, you try to use it, it's dry. And then all of a sudden you see on the floor, oh, there's the cap. Well, just in case, let me put it back on. Now I am remembering this to the original, making it its original form. And guess what? I can come back 10 minutes later because now I have remembered it to its original form, and suddenly it is useful again. I can take it off and it works because it's been remembered to the necessary piece to make it able to work. And that's how they showed it to me. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. So I believe that is what journey is all about. Remembering who we originally are, the original self, on this hand, and then we're working every day towards our higher self.
Yes.
But I believe the day comes when we transition, we're standing there, and it's like Mercury. We have each in our hand, our original and our higher, and they become one because they are the same. Yes. They really are the same. So anyway, I love that. So here's what I want to switch to this. Now, the definition of limited beliefs goes a little like this. They say limiting beliefs are self-deprecating thoughts that prevent people from reaching their full potential. They can be about yourself, your work, your relationships, or the world around you. Limiting beliefs can be false and can cause people to feel low, lose motivation, and be less productive. Now, having just heard the official definition of limiting beliefs, Give us your definition of subconscious beliefs so that we see the difference.
Okay, so and that's my favorite part actually of my work, dealing with subconscious mind, because what happens? Subconscious mind knows everything, every single detail, everything about you since you were born a little baby, and it knows everything about you before you came to the earth. It knows everything about your past lives. It knows everything. It records everything. Okay, so when we come to the earth, okay, those memories are taken away from us, and we need to learn. And obviously from the age 0 to 7, uh, children are very open. They live in the moment. Like when you ask the child, when you say to the child, Christmas is two more sleepovers, and child be saying, oh, is it now? Is it two more sleepovers now? So basically they receive everything that you say. And from the age of 0 to 7, we are creating all the perspective about life, about ourselves, about relationships, about everything. So this is the time when the mind, subconscious mind, records everything. It creates beliefs about everything. So, and next, these beliefs are, of course, come from the society, come from the parents, grandparents, and they are not necessarily the right ones. And those children, they are growing up with those beliefs. And say, for example, the child is waiting for mom to pick him up from the school, and mom is late, and the child straight away thinks, oh, my mommy doesn't love me, she's late, but mommy is stuck in the traffic. And the belief is straight away, I'm not lovable. Okay, and that's when I step in with my work, when I regress the people back to the place. Okay, so basically from that belief there is obviously feeling of loneliness. It could be anything. It could be feeling of guilt and not feeling enough, not feeling worthy in life. Go for your dreams and do things. So when I regress people, okay, what's the reason for why your mind is basically thinking, and where's this belief coming? We're going back to the first place, to the root cause and the reason why your mind learned that you're not good enough. And then the mind is delivering that memory, that scene, and we are working on that scene. We are changing those beliefs. And so basically belief in two words, it's just a created a kind of sentence that we heard as a kids from adults, or from anyone who was like around us when we were growing up.
Right, exactly. Things you overhear. Sometimes they don't even know you heard it. She's just like her mother. She's
Yes.
not going to amount to shit. All that kind of stuff. You might hear it through the walls, down the
Yes.
hall, pick up the phone and overhear somebody talk, but still, it is a seed, right? Now, I want to speak to Mike out there real quick. Mike Casanova, I want to say this to you real quick if I could. This is to encourage you. Mike says, I just want to make sure I'm prepared for my gifts. Now, first of all, my definition of gifts, divine gifts, goes like this. Your divine gifts are abilities that you cannot be taught. Okay, you can't go to eBay and learn how to do it. You can't print it off in a PDF. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a dance where you can put the little footprints on the floor and learn the steps. These are things that came here with you. And when you I don't think we have to worry too much about being prepared. Every day that you're alive is preparing you, because your gifts, knowledge is our greatest gift, any type of knowledge. Because here's why I say that. I believe this. Now watch my hands. In my journey, anyway, everything works on a need to know based on when it's time to grow. So when I need to know something, when I was 9 and my mom died and I found out I was not Larry Dixon, I was actually this guy, Lauren Harris, it wasn't because the universe was trying to be mean to me. It was because it was time to know, because it was time to grow. And when I put these hands together, what do I get? The prayer hands. These are the markers that when you share those moments with other people along your journey, when I shared that story about what happened to that woman who fell on the ground, died, I found out she wasn't my mom. I had a choice. I can see it. I was a kid. I saw it as a curse until I chose not to. The minute I got on a stage or told my story, which is the Goldcast video about my life with 22 mothers, it changed instantly from a curse into a blessing. And that video has millions of views today, where I carried it for decades, like, do not look upon me. I am shameful. Please do not look. Right. That's really how I did it. So I just want to say, look for the things that feel or have felt the heaviest, the scratchiest, the smelliest in your life. Because those things that look like curses, it's like a scratch off lottery ticket. If you keep scratching, you're going to see that underneath it, you've won the lottery, because it is your blessing. Even in The Alchemist, it says a blessing that is ignored becomes a curse. And sometimes we don't know better, right? So I just want to say that to Mike to encourage you. You're doing it, brother. You're doing it. And you will know. Let me ask you this. This is what I was hesitant about. I was scared to voice the results of my gifts. Like, you want me to say what? That was after I started learning that was them and this voice is me. Because at first I was like, who said that? Am I crazy? Oh my God, how many people are in my head? Right? Remember that kind of thing? And it was like, you could see something and you know it was so specific. You really think I'm going to say that? What are the odds I'm right? And once you stop questioning it and you surrender and you realize that our gifts are like bridges that allow us to go back and forth with what is greater than us. I believe, that's what I believe divine gifts do. They connect us to something we could see and feel no other way but through our divine gifts, because that's why everyone has them. I can't come to you and say, can I use that bridge you got to get over to the other, to talk to spirit? Can I use your bridge? Go get your own divine gifts. This is mine. Look, imagine what that would create. So when you first started being called on to use it, right? Because I think for me, and then I'm going to turn it over to you, they started me on myself. I remember that when they said, well, why don't you try it on yourself? I said, what do you mean? They said, put it out there. And so I did. I started saying, okay, I want to go there. I want to see this. And I want to be that. And I wrote it down and I said, okay, when you give me what I ask, which is what I need, here's what I'm going to do with it. And that started. And when I saw it start manifesting and working, I believed more and more and more. So what do you remember when you started sharing your gifts? How long did that take?
So what happened? I was studying mediumship, but also I was working as a hairdresser. Of course, I needed to make money to do my courses, my studies, and everything. And but I was only studying. Yes, I was practicing on my friends. I was obviously doing those things, but it was nothing serious. I didn't took seriously my gift for a couple of years. But then what happens? So if you're not moving forward, and I want to say to Mike as well, you were ready prepared for your gifts when you came to the earth already. You were already. So and when you don't use your gifts, when you don't follow your purpose, universe will find a way to push you and to do them. So what happened with me? I started to have pains in my wrists and in my ankles. My ankles were swelling, my wrists were swelling, my hands were swelling. I couldn't do the hairdressing job anymore. So what was the higher power was doing? They were pushing me. I needed to step out from the hairdressing, and that was another depressing time. I was like, oh no, why me? Why me? And that was my victim mindset. But then again, that voice in my head, trust, just keep going, keep going. Yes, it was challenging. It was very, very challenging to step away from the full-time job in nothingness. It was so scary, but that was the best thing that happened. And then, but every time when you want to give up, or there's something happening, you receive the message from your client, you receive the message from your friend or someone that you helped, and they say, you changed my life. Oh my God, you really changed my life. And it's that gives you that power, that fuel to keep going. Yeah, because you have to go to the challenges, because they make you stronger. You learn from those mistakes, you learn from them. Because if we don't learn, if we don't grow, we die. And that was happening with me. I was dying as a hairdresser. Yes, I was amazing in my job. I loved, absolutely loved people around me. But something wasn't right. So universe took off me from that pathway, because I wasn't making decision on myself, and I knew I have to. And I had so many messages from other people, yes, please, that you are ready. And I was like, no, I'm gonna do another course and then I'll be ready, another thing, I'll be ready. No, I was ready.
Oh, you kept putting it off.
Yes. So and then things start to happen, and we just
Oh,
be moved from the wrong pathway. So that's why I'm saying, don't wait when you are ready, don't wait when you are prepared. Just make a little step every day, and trust and believe, and universe will support in all the ways, in all the ways.
that's right. I love that. That's in The Alchemist as well, in the book, where it says when you truly desire something, I'm paraphrasing, um, everything in the universe conspires to work with you. Everything. So many times we automatically, why is everything working against me? Why is everything got to be so hard? And we can think those things, just don't let it come out of your mouth, because you cast a spell in the opposite direction of your intention,
Mm.
which is like a null and void, a wash. So, what would you say is your greatest joy that you connect with through your divine gifts? What is your greatest joy?
It's that trust, and knowing that you are not on your own. There is always support, no matter what happens around. You are divinely protected, okay? And that's the biggest thing.
You're absolutely right. I agree verbatim, 1000%. It provides living within your purpose. It may not be expedient, it may not be profitable, but it will satisfy your soul. And it
Mm,
provides you, you're right, protection that bodyguards could not. You
yes.
know, right? It's the kind of thing that I'm telling you, when you're living within it, you guys, and you're sharing it, when people add their prayers to your journey, there's nothing more powerful. That's the promise of where two or more come together. And that's why I say to people, make sure you don't abuse the opportunity. So what I'm saying by that is, so many times, especially with our social media, someone says, oh, I'm going through something, then they go, oh, I'm praying, or that I need prayers. And people go, done, praying, or they hit
Mm,
the, but they don't utter one syllable of a prayer. Nothing.
yeah. And that's actually, can I add something there?
Sure can.
People, and I know I was praying myself for long, oh please, I want this and this and this. This is actually a wrong way of praying. By saying to universe, I want this, I want this, you are actually confirming that you don't have those things. But the right praying is actually, if you close your eyes and if you are imagining that situation unfolding the way you want, you are showing universe, okay, this is what I want, and then it comes. And then universe is like holding hands together with all the light beings, and it delivers you everything what you want. So make sure what you wish for, because if you are saying, oh, I want this, that means, I don't want to live in this situation. You are just showing universe, oh, this is what happening, and universe doesn't know what you want. But if you are showing, okay, this is what
Right.
I want.
And I want to say this. I think it's important to you guys. I actually don't pray for what I want. You know why? Because there's still a kid in me. And sometimes I'm impatient and I may not know what to do with what I want yet, because I'm not responsible enough, spiritually responsible enough. So what I've learned to do is to literally pray for what I need, and not to pray too specifically.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Because I might have the cart before the horse. I might, have the chicken before the egg or whatever. But how do I do it? How do I do it then? Are you ready for this one? I love this one. And I can tell because Spirit was like, oh, now that's a good one. I heard it, right? I said, I'm not going to ask you. And I use this, Elsa. You guys, I use this when I'm going into a situation, like say I'm going to speak somewhere. I'm going to be on a stage somewhere, or I'm going to go do where I get to be of service, right? I will say to the universe, okay, universe, I'm going to do my best. I got the 4 agreements in hand. I'm ready to go. Here's what I want. So if I'm going to say, here's what I want, here's how I use it. When I go to this thing tomorrow, I want you to provide me 1 of these, 2 of those, and 3 of the others. And I leave it at that. And when I come back from that thing, I look at the experience to see if I've been a good steward with the experience. Was I engaging? Was I present? Was I seeking? What's here for me? Who am I supposed to meet? What am I supposed to hear? What am I supposed to leave for others? And then I look at the experience and I go, oh, that one lady there's my 1 of these. And I met that couple. There's my 2 of those. And look at these messages from people I met. 1, 2, and there's my 3 of the others. And that way I'm never depressed about it. I'm never disappointed in it. And when I see them, I know that those things are a part of a plan because I've asked for what I need. And what I need is what leads me to what I want. Mm-hmm. So how can people work with you? And what would that look like?
Okay, so actually, I want to share this. I don't know for what kind of reason. I have this feeling I need to share. That was what was stopping me to step into my own kind of work and to do things that I need to do. When I was growing up, my father, he had his own business. Okay, and basically he couldn't, something happened with his back. He just have to step it out and he have to give up the work, and it was very depressing time for him. And as a little girl, I seen it. Oh, if you are self-employed, if you do work for yourself, it could be very challenging. It's really unstable. You can be out of the work straight away. And that was my subconscious limiting belief. And when I started to work on those subconscious limiting beliefs, I started to understand, okay, now I see. Now I see it's all coming from the childhood. And that's exactly what I want to do for other people. I said to myself, I want to show them that they are absolutely limitless beings, that they could be anything, they could do anything. And it's just those little beliefs they are stopping. And you see, before you do something, there is, say, for example, somebody wants to do something, but there is that fear, anxiety, and the person is stepping, no, I'm not doing that. But that's actually your subconscious mind is saying, I want to keep you away from danger, from any situation. So that's why it gives those feelings, anxiety and fear, and it's actually protecting you. So there is no bad feelings like anxiety, or we are calling them bad guys, but they are actually very good feelings, because your mind would always want to keep you safe and protected. And you always ask yourself why those feelings are coming up. And those I was resisting for a very long time. And that's why I stepped it in a rapid transformational therapy, and I'm so passionate about it because it changed my life. Even if you say to yourself, oh no, I'm going to do it, I'm going to achieve it, but mind is saying, no, you are not, because that's dangerous. You've seen when you were a little girl or little boy, this didn't work. And
Don't you remember what happened the last time you thought that? You really want that again? I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Yeah. And then those feelings are coming up, and then sometimes it even comes up physical issues that they are stopping. Oh no, this is just this is going to be so complicated for you. You will be in danger.
Yeah, I just thought of one thing I want to get into before we leave here today. Listen, you all, seriously, if you and this isn't to scare anybody, but it is you need to know this. Elsa, tell me what you think about this. One thing I have learned, you guys, when you fully are prepared to step inside your divine purpose, know this. You will not receive the full experience if you come into it with the mindset that it is okay to have a shared custody agreement. You don't get to pick it up on weekends and Christmas and then ignore it the rest of the year. You must wake up looking at it or looking for it, and you must go to sleep looking at it or looking for it. It is not, if you're not consistent, you will end up with what I refer to as a Morse code experience. Dot, dash, dash, dot, dot. In other words, spaces in between, which is out of context. You don't have the circle must be complete. It is called the circle of life. Click, click, not dash, dot, dot, dash, 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 dash. So, Elsa, what do you say about that? About
Yes.
no matter if it will wait for you, it will grow as you need to grow, right? So just be confident, trust, and surrender. Go ahead. What do you have to say about that?
So it's like building a muscle. When you go to the gym, like if you are expecting to have abs and muscles, right? So by working out 1 week, nothing happens. It has to be consistency. It has to be all the time. And even if you work out for a while and then you give up for a month, these muscles are losing it. So you have to go back again and start maybe a little bit going backwards again.
You're right.
That's okay, but that's a lesson. That's a learning. That's these challenges that we go through. But when you really understand that, yes, I need to work on that. Especially like with dieting as well. People think, oh, I'm gonna before holidays I will have diet now and I'll be perfect. No, those things
Get out of my head.
Yes. It's like building relationships. It's building relationships with your own purpose, like how we build up relationships with our friends. We are getting in touch constantly, every day, every week, and you have to build up trust and relationships and believe in that life purpose that you came from here.
And practices get you there.
Yes.
That's why you're practicing. It's a rehearsal.
Yes.
So everything you do, remember, it is a rehearsal. Everything you say is casting some type of spell. So start listening first. That's why we're not supposed to judge, because that means we're listening forever and judging what comes out of their mouth. No, judge what comes out of your own mouth first. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you that if you're going to get rid of one word and you want to start the process of eradicating and evicting words that don't serve you, the very first one to get rid of is TOO. Do not move that word from the end of the sentence. Leave it there. If you ever say that word, make sure it's the last word. Oh, Elsa, come on. There's healing in here for you too. Oh, don't worry. This is going to happen for you one day. It's going to happen for you too. But the minute we move it, oh, this is just too much. Yeah. I'm too old. Oh my God, I'm too ugly. I'm too out of shape. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It kills all your dreams. So get in there. You know, you guys look down there. IG, Diary of Healing, is Instagram for Elsa, but she can also be found if you just want to email her. Just to talk and say, Elsa, listen, can we get on a call? Do you have any recommendations? What's your idea? What do you think about this? What's the vetting process to find a great person? Like what did you call? What was the person called that you went to? Mystic, not a mystic. The guy who, what was he called?
Medium.
Medium. Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. How do you find a good medium? Anything. You know, do you ever hear from your brother again? Did you ever hear from him again? Anything you want to ask her, you can email her. And I suggest I want to say this to you before we go, Elsa. Your voice has a comforting anointing to it. You know what I mean? Right. Children and elderly people will gain much benefit from I don't know why it just said that, but it did. It came through me, not from me. So you have a gift on your voice. It's like an ointment of healing that comes with your voice. Have you heard that before?
These messages been coming lately from other people, and people be saying me exactly. So this is actually another confirmation for me. Thank you so much.
So there it is. That's what they're leaving us with today. Listen, I just am so disappointed that the time is over, but it was wonderful. Wonderful. Elsa, thank you so much. You really are a gifted young woman. You really are. Great things coming for you this year. Keep your head up.
Thank
Will
you
you
so
come
much.
back and keep us informed on how things are going next year?
Absolutely. I would love that.
I would love that. Listen, you guys, get over and check Elsa out. And I'll check you out tomorrow morning, God willing, right over there on the front porch at 8 a.m. Central, where we'll come together. Now, tomorrow is our biggest show of the year. It is our final Meet the Experts show for the year. The experts will be here. It is our Christmas show. So come ready for some Christmas spirit tomorrow. And we're going to talk all about the year in review and what we plan to manifest in the new year. That and more tomorrow right here on Bathrobe Moments. Now listen, get out of here. Go and find just a itty bitty piece of your higher self. And tonight when you go to sleep or whenever that is, remember you've taken great to greater, bright to brighter, smart to smarter, and my personal favorite, kind to kinder. Don't let my screen door slam on your way out. And remember, don't you dare forget what I tell you every day. And that is how much I absolutely love you. I really do, unconditionally. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Have your best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow. Elsa, great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Guys,
Bye,
believe
everybody.
in yourself and trust yourself.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time.